The views and opinions expressed by the host do not reflect yours. You're now under the influence of good conversation. This is Vibes, the podcast, hosted by Mimi.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Vibes. I'm not saying my name because y'all already know who I am. I'm here today. We got two special guests, so this is going to be a really good show. Two special guests. Y'all want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, everybody. So I'm Deja. You can follow me at Deja, DEJA.JOVON on Instagram.
And I'm Lauren. Lauren Victoria. You can also follow me at 38KTGold.
All right, y'all both plug yourself. Oh, okay. I should start doing that. When somebody asks me my name, I'd be like, Mimi, and I act.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, everybody always be putting their little their names and stuff like that, like on the bathroom walls. Like, yes, I'll be seeing that like everywhere. So.
I think I saw that at one place though. It was definitely up here on the north side. Something like their social media name.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you be going on there and like, okay, what's to this?
That's kind of smart though.
Mm-hmm. Might find something interesting.
All right, y'all. So we got Deja and Lauren in the building with me today. We got a good show today. Just getting to our drink of choice. Yeah. I'm drinking orange juice because I'm tired of drinking.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I had a very long weekend. And I had a very terrible hangover. And now I'm sick and I can't breathe, so I'm drinking orange juice. Judge your mama, not me. What y'all drinking?
We got some Sutter Home.
White Zinfandel.
Yes.
So, something little slight.
Yeah.
That 9.5% alcohol.
Morning
like,
friendly.
I'm just like that type of person that always look at the back of the bottle to see the percentage.
Absolutely.
The stronger, the better.
All right, White Zinfandel. I'm not drinking that shit. I'm legit tired of drinking. I thought I would never get to that point in my life where I'm like, I'm sick of drinking. I'm sick of drinking for the next 7 days.
7 days.
What all did you drink?
I've had so much stuff this past weekend. I've been drinking wine, whiskey, bourbon, tequila.
Oh my God. In one day.
Oh, this made me want to throw up.
Making me
Over the weekend. And then it was, shout out to my best friend and her husband. They not really married, but they married. It was her husband's birthday. She gonna slap shit out of me. I'm saying husband. It was her husband's birthday. And I think I got sick at his birthday. We went to Emporium.
Oh, which one? Did you go to the new one?
No, the one on Milwaukee. The new one's at Logan Square, right?
It's in West Loop.
Right? Yep, West Loop and Fulton Market.
Oh, no, that's not. That's an entirely different one. I didn't even know they had a new one.
Yeah, I just went there like a few weeks ago.
Oh, snap. I'm late.
I didn't know there was a third one. Actually,
It's two. It's like two. One's at Logan Square, where the one on Milwaukee and the other one is literally down the street. Not too far.
The one in Logan Square, that was the one where they was filming something, Stranger Things. Was it that? Somebody told me that.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I have to Google it later.
that was my life this past weekend. So I'm sick of alcohol, like legit. All right, y'all. Before we get into the whole show, let's do this music lyric. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Y'all gotta guess what song this is. I think this is real easy.
I hope so.
Because I chose the easiest lyrics. Everybody knows this song. Like the whole world knows it.
Okay.
All right. Mini bucket seats, neon blue. Color coordinate with them shoes. If y'all don't know this, I'm slapping.
I know it.
If y'all don't know this, just make it a melody.
I can't think of what's surrounding it.
I'm gonna sing it for y'all. I'm about to give it.
Gonna go color coordinate with them shoes. Does it go like that?
No.
Oh, shit. Drop the beat.
Y'all want me to sing? That's too easy.
Give us a hint. Don't tell
us one more
lyric.
lyric.
I feel like I'm down for this.
It's a girl group.
Oh, yeah, kind of like coordinate with them shoes. Something. Show stopping. It's Danny Kane.
Oh, Danny Kane. Okay, you have to do the. Wow. I'm thinking it was going to be something like current.
I thought Danny Kane.
I'm like, wow.
Those are those girls.
Daisy, what the fuck were you about to say?
I was thinking of something like this time right now. And Danny Kane was definitely far as hell in my mind.
Yeah, we went way back. I'm not going to do something easy from like this year.
Wow. We ain't said easy. That's what I thought. Like something that, like, you know, I've probably been singing right now.
That is easy. Everybody knows this.
But I've been singing in a long time.
Everybody knows Danny Kane. All right, y'all. Ooh, I'm late as fuck. I just be off of my game, y'all. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. Jesus, help me out.
It's okay. You sick.
Yeah,
is that the
sickness? Yeah.
I am sick, y'all. I can't breathe through my nose. It's just.
Get you some peppermint oil.
Oh, I have some.
Oh, I got some in my purse.
What's the thing called? The oil diffusers?
Yeah.
I have that at home. I'm just gonna stand over it like a crackhead.
I got some in my purse if you want some right now.
Yeah, that'll help you temporarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all help a sister out.
Put it right up right there.
All right, y'all. We're gonna while they getting me peppermint and shit. Y'all, we're gonna get into the snippet of the week. This is Jayla Darden with Idea 628. So we'll take a little snippet and then don't forget the entire song goes at the end of the show. There we go. Maybe I should turn it up. That's Jayla Darden with Idea 628. You can actually, she has a whole album on SoundCloud called Ideas. The album is dope as fuck. She's about 3 albums on there actually. They're all like called Ideas, but then there's a subtitle. This one is called Idea, and each song title is like 628, 632. It's like 3-digit numbers. But her album is dope as fuck. That's Jayla Darden. Jayla Darden. Go check her out on SoundCloud, and then you can follow her on IG and Twitter by the same name. I can't breathe. Fuck these hoes. All right, shout out to David for this peppermint oil. Are you carrying peppermint oil in your purse like an old lady?
Multiple reasons. Yes, like for headaches, you rub it on your temples. For reasons if you can't breathe. When I'm a little bit too elevated and I'm freaking.
That's what we call it, elevated.
Yeah.
Like, elevated.
Yes.
All right, y'all, don't forget, speak in the mic, but I won't be able to hear y'all as when I have to edit this. All right, elevated. Does that help? When you elevate it, it just brings you...
No, it helps calms. Like, it goes with it, you know. Helps calms the mind.
I don't get elevated.
Yeah.
Get elevated. I think y'all know about my elevated stories. I only have 2 of them. That shit was terrible. Anywho, let's get into some black shit, y'all. Black shit. This week, first up, I don't know why I saw this coming, but Usher filed for divorce for his, what is this, his 2nd or 3rd wife, Grace Miguel. How many times has he been married?
At least 2. I feel like
2,
twice.
like to what's that girl name? Tamika.
Yeah.
And then,
This
but
is the second one.
Grace is the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
They only been married for like 3 years, but they were separated for 9 months. I'm positive they get a divorce because his herpes is never going away.
Yeah, there's no cure for that yet. So,
The key word, yeah. He's searching for it.
Yeah.
Usher's like no more than what, 35, 36?
Is he that young?
He gotta be
I think he's still young.
late 30s.
Almost
40s.
Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah,
a little closer to 40.
Yeah.
Him and I'm like, why am I putting her in the same category? Him and Brandy are like the same age, right?
40.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's just 40.
I don't know why I thought he was younger than that.
Because he trying to look younger.
Maybe
Yeah. I
it.
was gonna say I didn't even know.
Braids in his hair. Y'all see that picture?
With
Like
braids in his hair.
I can't. Side of his head is shaved and he got them old Omarion braids at the top.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
It might be the same one, but call them Omarion braids.
But y'all remember those days though when he used to be popping and like dancing and stuff like that. Like that's the Usher that I miss.
But he's 40 now.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, he's still gonna make some type of money.
That's fine. You can make money, but we don't need you out here trying to look and be young.
Yeah,
like you're 40.
He making music, trying to sound like the young people now.
Oh.
He needs to just stick to himself, keep it
I haven't
classic
listened to-
R&B. I listened to his last
for
little
real?
album or EP.
Yeah.
Was that
whatever
an
it
album
was.
or EP?
I think it was
What's
an
called,
EP.
A?
Yeah, because it was only like
Did it-
5 or 7 songs on it. I feel like I think I kept like 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I still didn't listen to not one song.
you're not missing that much.
Was it like that video we watched yesterday?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Okay, I wasn't really interesed in the video either.
And
Wait,
he
what
was like,
kind of videos?
Usher.
A
Yeah.
new video for
Yeah.
one of
the
those
EP?
songs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was like, I didn't know he was still making music. I really didn't know.
He looked like somebody uncle who be wearing his nephew clothes because he's still trying to be cool. He like be playing basketball with the high school kids.
Oh,
That's what he
shit.
looks like now. Long fall from grace.
He out here bad.
I can't believe I just roasted him for like 2 minutes.
This is not what we talking about.
Sorry.
Like, damn, Usher. He not gonna ever come back. But I feel like I saw this coming though. First off, when they got married, it was like really odd and weird. Cause this is what I want to talk about. Why is he always marrying like his managers or his stylists?
Oh,
She was his manager.
Oh.
And Tamika was his stylist, right?
Something, yeah.
Yeah, like his fashion stylist. Why is he like? Ain't no other women out there
He has a
outside of your team?
He has a
that you're
thing for
interested
older
in?
women.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, I get that, and that's fine. It's a million fucking older women.
He probably likes the idea of them taking care of him since they work for him. So then he like transferred some type of romance. He be projecting.
That's deep.
That's probably
That's
what
real
it
deep.
is.
Because they are taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
What's his relationship with his mother?
Ooh, we gotta go back and listen to Papers because he said it in there.
Oh, true.
Papers. I damn near lost my father. I think they back on good terms now.
Okay.
He almost lost her when he was married to Tamika.
That was his manager originally.
I didn't know
His
that.
mom?
His mom was his manager.
Oh, yeah. I think
Okay.
you said talk about Tamika.
Yeah, then this makes a lot of sense. These relationships make a lot of sense then.
He's marrying his mama. Each
Basically.
time. That is incest. That's like nasty. I don't get
Very
that's a whole
Freudian.
different topic.
Right,
Conversation.
very Freudian.
Like, what? All right, well, big ups to Usher. I don't know
Right,
what
yeah.
else to say to you, son.
Peace to you, sir.
Keep getting divorced, second divorce at 40. But they didn't have any kids together, so I guess that's a plus.
Yeah.
Ladies, if y'all looking for a man that's 40, full out herpes, hit Usher up. He needs somebody to take care of him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all can work. You can work around herpes. Just don't go in that area.
Can you or should
I
you?
I don't know. Like, this question was brought up yesterday.
Yeah,
But-
true.
Y'all realize
and I
that this
said-
conversation?
Yeah, it's like,
Wait, it was because of a game. It was because of a
we
drinking
playing.
game.
What was that game
I
called?
forget.
I forgot, but like the question was like, basically, like, would you, if your partner recently told you that he had herpes, like, what would you do? And it had like a list of choices, and then you had to guess what the person who read the question, what their answer would be. And I know mine would be like, no, peace.
Yeah, we're not working.
Fade into the background.
Some things are
I'd be like, just
working.
work around that
No.
area. Don't touch this area right here.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
nigga, that's
we
your
still
whole
be
area.
friends.
All right.
I don't know. I would just be caught off guard. So like, I would just need like time to.
I can't work through herpes
I
Me
don't.
neither.
because I'm shallow.
Yeah.
Be
But
there.
I feel like you can be very shallow about your health. We all deserve
But I
to
would
be.
still want to be their friend. Like if
We
you
can be
know,
friends.
Yeah.
We
Like
could be, I would be your
friends who keeps
best
their
friend.
clothes on, keeps their mouth to
yeah.
themselves.
I would say as long as we don't share the same dream. Like we'll be okay.
Y'all the shallowest fuck friends. Like, don't touch me, don't kiss me.
No.
No.
Just
Well,
not
at
your
least,
mouth.
like the drinks and stuff. Like you know,
Yeah.
like I'm looking at my bottle now because like, what if like I don't know.
Y'all are terrible people.
But it's stuff
I
that
don't
you
want
consider when you realize what's at
What
stake.
herpes is. Yeah, and we're shallow, and we're not fucking with you if you have herpes. The end.
I mean, it's better to be honest than to lie.
I'm going to agree, because I'm not going to be lying. Like, your herpes is perfect without me. Because it's not. Anywho, next up, I don't understand why she's on this lineup, but probably a lot of people's favorite artist, SZA, is on the lineup to perform at the 2019 Aretha Franklin tribute concert.
I just
Can
saw
somebody
that.
please explain to me why?
I honestly cannot. Like, she's a great songwriter. Vocals, I'm not sure how she got on this list of performers.
Popularity.
Yeah, she had a really good year, I think. That's all I got. That's all I got.
You sound like you're about to be deep, like the end.
No,
She had a good year. The end.
I don't expect it to sound good.
Neither do I.
I think it's
Somebody
just
needs to take her off of the fucking lineup.
I mean, but I really don't think at this point it's not the talent. It's just like, you know, maybe to get more viewers and stuff, a different
That is what it
demographics or
is.
something.
no, let me tell
unfortunately.
y'all something. You don't need to do that for Aretha Franklin.
Who would you
would
suggest?
think.
Who would you recommend though? Like,
Well, the
Jasmine
person
Sullivan.
that I recommended was now added to the lineup, Fantasia.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
we need her holler in the street.
Hello, yeah. Somebody
All
has
over
to
the
hoop
place.
and holler. For
Like,
sure.
thank you, girl. Jasmine Sullivan should be there.
I don't know why Jasmine Sullivan isn't in like every
who else is in the lineup?
tribute.
Some other people I would fuck with.
Yeah.
SZA. Hey, girl.
I guess you can do like some little soft whispering song kind of thing. She got that niche for sure.
You know what? Like, I would really want to see like Jill Scott. She's not on it.
Yes, God, no. I don't. Okay, so this is really random, but I don't understand why people don't add Jill Scott to the lineup.
Right,
For
like Jill
four.
Scott is like one of my
At
favorite
tribute
singers.
concerts.
Like, oh my god, she has
They don't
such
get
a
love.
beautiful voice. Like,
It's unfair.
it's just kind of crazy. Like when she, you know, got into what was that Shade Room or whatever for that video.
So people are late as fuck. Like, not to cut you off, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
Facts. Jill
right?
been
No,
for
She
Jill
been doing it.
yeah, she's been
since the
doing
beginning of
it.
her career, where y'all been?
So
Y'all
it
ain't
was
never been to a
It
Jill
was
Scott
just so
concert?
funny, like how like popular that. I'm like, what? Like she been
sucking
nasty. That's
air
why.
dick. Like, what are y'all talking about? She's
That's why
been
that's my girl.
doing it. So like, what? But then I was like, this has to be the new kids. I don't know. What's the new
Yeah.
generation called? Generation Y?
I don't know. We were just talking about this. I have no idea.
It's
I
not
thought it
Z. I think it's Generation Y.
I think so.
Generation Y.
It ain't Gen Z.
No. Gen Y. I think so. Anywho,
All right.
New
This is
generation.
what Google is for.
y'all are trash.
Mhm.
Moving on. I'm like the only one that's like, I don't give a flying fuck. B2K. This B2K Millennium Tour, I don't give
Oh my god.
a flying hot fuck about this tour.
I don't care either.
Oh my god. No.
Only about B2K. I
No.
care about the people that would be with
No.
him, but not B2K. G.
What?
I wish they weren't headlining.
Everybody, just everybody. I'm excited for the whole thing, like the whole like aesthetic, like the throwback fashion and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I cannot
Definitely
wait
rocking
to
some
go.
baby fat.
Yes, like oh my god, I cannot wait to find out like when they coming to Chicago and stuff because I need to get my outfit planned.
See, that's the thing. I don't give a hot fuck. Like,
Right.
I'm a
It's
B2K
so
fan.
throwback.
My favorite is J Book.
Nostalgia.
He was my favorite too.
But I don't care. I don't desire to look at 35-year-old men hop around on the stage talking about bump, 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 like y'all are too old. You have children now.
But it's just like an element of like nostalgia. Like you get a glimpse back into your you know, back in the.
That's why we have the music. We don't need how to perform live. The end. Like, I don't care.
I want to see it. It'll be
Everybody's
entertaining.
going
It might
to
even
the
be
concert.
comical. So
Yeah, I'm
like,
going. I want to see
I mean,
Chingy.
that's
I'm
why
looking
people-
Pretty Ricky.
Chingy. What? Pretty Ricky? Grind on me?
Yes, I'm in
But
there.
now I am
Can I
trash
put a little
because I
peer
will go to
pressure
see
on
Pretty
you?
Ricky. I'm trash. I will go to see Pretty Ricky.
Yes, like,
Yes, you'll be in there with
Because
me.
they have terrible, terrible fucking songs, but I love them.
They were
right.
hits.
And we were so young listening to that, singing
That
every
nasty
word.
song.
And stuff.
I know,
Like, wow.
man.
don't know what the hell we was singing.
Blue Stars was a classic.
When I went back and listened to this, I was like, what the fuck was I listening to?
No, same. I was like, did my parents let me? No, they probably didn't even know. I feel like I definitely.
But see, okay, I was in college by the time that came out.
Oh, okay.
I was like a freshman or something in college.
You could listen to that.
I'm old as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say you are old because I was like, wait, I was in high school.
Calm down. I know. Calm down.
You
weren't that far ahead
right?
of me. Yeah, you were like 3 years ahead of me, maybe.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I was like a freshman in college listening to it. But I really wasn't listening to the lyrics still.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they only played that at house parties.
Yes,
and
with
they
the
were
whole
juking on each other.
Oh my, and we juking and stuff. And y'all remember like those like stains on the wall and stuff from like the dude's pants because like y'all juking so hard. Like
we called it hunching down
Oh,
the
hunching?
state. Yeah, it's like they hunching on
that's
one
so
another.
cute.
Is it or is it country as fuck?
It is country, but it's
country.
like cute country.
Country.
Like yeah.
Nah, like I come back home, like they grinding on each other, we juking on each other, then I go back to school, it's like y'all hunching on each other. Alright, shout out to all the people who will be hunching at the UK concert.
I'm gonna be hunching.
I will be there.
Cross his fingers.
Hunching afterwards. This is the story that I want to talk about. So this next one, because she's like the queen of being nosy as fuck. So have y'all heard about Wendy Williams' husband allegedly got his mistress pregnant?
I think I heard
And
that.
now they're supposed to be headed for divorce. Now, I don't know how true the story is, but you know, all of the outlets have it up there. And of course, Wendy Williams don't ever talk about her personal life, so you're not gonna get anything from her.
She hasn't acknowledged it at all.
No, she's not going to. First off, this is weird, but she's been acting real weird on her show lately. And then she said it was like her health issues or she has the right to act weird. And it's like,
The right to act weird.
if you dying, can you let us know?
True.
Like, girl, we know you got medical issues, but you falling out on the show and shit.
Yeah.
That's not because you wanted to. That you're sick.
Yeah.
Like, what?
How's she been acting weird? Like does she get like spacey or something?
Yeah, she's been getting really spacey on her shows, and then just kind of, well, she already, what's the word? Like when you kind of survey somebody, or what's the word?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at people up and down.
Oh, like she
analyze them.
Thank you, I'll use that. So she analyzes everybody that comes on the show, but she gets very spacey. Like, okay, now you're just staring for too long.
Okay.
Losing all of her train of thought, which has never been great.
Mm-hmm.
So
it wasn't good to begin with.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't great to begin with. But when I'm pretty sure your team gave you your list of questions.
Yeah.
Oh, she gets forgetful.
Yeah. So, and it's been like very obvious at this point. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with her.
It's probably maybe that personal stuff that's going on.
I mean, people have been saying that
personal,
her husband has
all of
been
that.
cheating on her the whole time.
I remember that. Because didn't like they find him and his mistress in like London, but like a house in their name together or something.
Oh, that's dope. I don't know nothing
Yeah,
about that.
this came out a while ago, and I never heard anything since. But I would believe he got her pregnant. That makes sense.
Oh, I just heard about like maybe last year or the beginning of this year where him and his mistress was like out in the Bronx or some part of New York together on a beach somewhere. And they got and the paparazzi got a picture of them like walking side by side, almost holding hands. And then they came out with a story about that's her assistant or somebody. She's a close member of the family.
Nah, I think it's a lie because I think that's when they found that she has a house with him somewhere in some country or state. So, yeah, when he's going through,
Either way, he's trifling.
Yeah.
I mean, he been trifling. People been saying that the whole time they've been married, that he's trifling. But she still married him.
But it may be like Tia and Tiny old dysfunctional relationship where she just let him cheat. Like that might be what she wants. Yeah. Ooh, goodness, he is a massive manipulator.
You gotta have some type of expectation of that being in that type of industry. So I don't know. It's a level of understanding. I feel like there's no monogamy in that type of industry. So
in the entertainment industry or like Hollywood.
I mean, barely now in general. No, I'm just.
That's like a really
generalize.
that would be a dope topic right there. Like, is it monogamy in Hollywood? I don't know. I feel like it is, but the people that we never really see, like
Those are
the
the
celebrities we never really see, those are the ones I think have the best relationships.
Yeah, the
Because
one
they
that
stay
keep
out
it
of the
private.
spotlight.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I feel like all relationships, regardless if it's Hollywood or not, like, should definitely be held to some type of standard of, like, privacy and stuff like that. Because you put everything out. You got people commenting on your relationship and putting influences in your head. It's just, like, it's definitely a lot.
It shouldn't be accessible to everybody. I think that's what like weakens it. But like with Hollywood, the problem is you have to make yourself more accessible to make your name broader and whatnot. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, that's true. You just gotta kind of balance out like the consequences and the gains and stuff like that. Basically.
I mean, I kind of feel not to like dismiss what y'all are saying, but I kind of feel bad for Wendy because as soon as like these stories came out, and here come the celebrities being petty as fuck. I mean, I know 50 Cent is the king of petty.
What he say?
Oh God,
he is. He needs to grow up.
I don't even remember what he said because I'm just disgusted by him. That's a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
But he said something, and then of course Future got on the internet saying something, and then the girl from what's the girl's name from Family Matters? The light skinned girl who used to be the friend. The actress. Y'all know who I'm talking
Maxine?
about? No, from Family Matters.
Oh, that was her name.
I don't know her real name, but I know.
I don't know her real name, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
The light bright girl who used to be Laura's best friend.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she has to do with this, but apparently Wendy Williams said something about her, or I don't know, but then she on there talking about that's what you get and all kind of stuff. So, I mean, I kind of feel bad. Somebody did make a good point. They were like, that's her job to be in people's business. Like, that's what she's made her career out of. And if you're talking about, like, that type of journalism, or if that's what you want to call it, you can't be mad that somebody's, like, telling these stories because this is their job. It's like, well, shit, if I'm not in your business, then
how do I feed my family?
Exactly. And I kind of get, though, at the same time, why she never comments on her own personal life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like when you take on that type of job, you have to create, like, some type of standard for yourself. It's like, okay, yeah, this is my job. I'm not going to go in details about my personal family, but at the same time, it's like you all day you talk about other people's business. So people are going to expect you to do the same.
But she also talks about her husband and like a child on the show regularly. So
she
talk about
yeah,
that.
but it's only in like a good, perfect
but
light.
you gotta talk about the bad light too. You can't just show one side. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah. I'm like,
I feel like that's up to the PR
shit.
to kind of help her go through that. Like, you know, that's definitely a tough thing to, you know, try to figure out what you're gonna say to the public without giving them too much. And she should definitely have a PR team helping her try to, you know, brand her image to, you know, say what she needs to say to the audience without like, like messing up like her mental health and stuff like that. So
I think in the field of work that she's in, she should just be prepared for this type of stuff in general, though. Like you said, this is what she attracts, the type of energy that she attracts. I've never watched her show, but if you just talk shit about people all day for years, literal years, then you gotta get ready to be talked shit about. Like, that's just how it works.
I wonder, like, Eric, go step in, y'all. Hold on. I gotta blow my nose. I got snot coming. So Eric, y'all keep talking about it.
Keep talking. You keep going with what you were saying. Keep going.
Yeah, I finished my
I mean, I don't really got nothing to say about the subject. I mean, she's been doing this for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Radio and TV. So.
Yeah, she started on the radio.
Right, that's why a lot of these people are coming at her now because it was started on the radio.
Yeah.
Then she got a TV outlet and it continued and it got expanded. So,
yeah.
I just, kind of what Mimi was saying, I get, like, you respect her privacy, but at the same time, you been in this profession, you kind of been in it, you kind of got expect when it comes to you, people going to come back at you the same way, with that same energy.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I just wonder, like, when people are in this, like, type of field and stuff, like, how do you, like, like get rid of that negative like energy and stuff like that? Like, do you always like cleanse yourself of these energies and stuff? Because that's a lot coming in, going through multiple avenues, and it's just like always hitting you, and you feel like, okay, well, I just want a day just to be myself and not have to worry about this. But then, like, you see on Shade Room, this is on there and stuff. Like I wonder, I just always like me wondering that, like, for a lot of people too that does like these type of, jobs and stuff where you literally, just talking shit to get like giggles and stuff like that. So
that's an interesting point there. I never thought about it that way. I think Mimi's feeling better now.
Yeah, they forgave me that peppermint.
You got all them boogers out,
and my nose just started.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
It's cleansing.
Sorry, y'all.
Cleansing.
Anything happened on this show? You gave me that damn peppermint oil. I'm over here sniffing it like a crackhead on my wrist, and then my nose just started leaking.
See that word? It helped. Do you feel a little better?
I do.
Yeah, I got more if you need some.
No, not right now.
Right. She gonna have to get up again.
Like, I gotta get up again. Okay, I missed the conversation. What were y'all talking about?
Just finishing up Wendy.
That's great. Shout out to Wendy Williams.
Right.
Divorce coming soon. All right, y'all. So now we get into I Discovered, which y'all know what it is. Y'all don't know. So I Discovered is, first off, I'm witty as fuck because I disc, D-I-C-S-C. I can't spell.
D-I-S-C.
Like music.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. All right. So I Discovered is like we talk about new and or old artists or albums that we just kind of been listening to, and music we've been listening to. So this week I went back and we just said her name. I love Jill Scott. Like I need to meet her in real life so we can have a conversation. Listen, I think Jill Scott is all about auntie.
Right.
Like
she's
in our head.
Family. She's in my like inspirational family. You know how like they say to make an inspiration tree, a family tree.
I don't know.
I never heard of that.
Oh, like, okay, so
I'm like, that's
an inspiration tree. So basically, you just like take 3 people who inspire you, and then you look at and see who inspired them, and you just start branching off of like one person. For me would be Jill Scott, and then I would look into like who she's into, and then see like pick maybe 2 people that inspires her, and then just keep in, read into them and see if you can like gain any knowledge and stuff from them, because I really like watching documentaries and stuff like that, just especially like with like singers, artists, like it don't even matter, but just to like gain some type of like idea of like their work ethic, or like just some of the stuff that they've been through, and just like how they overcome like certain obstacles. So I just like doing that. So it's just kind of cool to
That's pretty cool. I never heard of that. And so now that makes me want to go
cool.
home. Like as soon as I go home, I'm about to start my research, like real life. And this will go into I do weekly, a yearly vision board, like gathering things.
Oh yeah.
So that would be like my vision.
Am I invited?
We're gonna talk about that after the show, right? No, it's a good thing because I'm trying to get people to come to the. I didn't know if I had enough people that would come here so that I can have an event, or I was just gonna have it at my house.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that after the show.
Okay.
All the people listening, y'all ass ain't invited, but make sure y'all have a vision board party. Anywho, I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah, I remember.
People get
773 capital T.
Oh no, we said
Treated.
Stop this. Y'all remember the Luna carpet commercial?
Yeah, that's what we did.
No, we used to say 773 202 treated.
Oh, but I said the capital T. It was like
no, you've been treated with a capital T.
Oh no, we just did 202.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that was a suburban. Oh, you was in the
No, I
suburbs.
was in the same school as you.
Oh, shit. Maybe I don't know.
I'm hood as fuck. I went to public school. CPS shout out. Anywho, back to I Discovered, because we got way off topic. So this week I was listening to Jill Scott's her last album, actually called Woman. That is my album. Like I know every song, lyric for lyric, every word.
Really?
I do. So that's a really dope album to me. I don't think a lot of people really listen to it. I think it came out 2015 or 2016 maybe.
That sounds about right. I think it was 2015.
I think so. I think so. It's called Woman. She has some spoken word pieces on there that are fire as fuck. I think my favorite song though is It's called Jare Mi Ko Fa Sola.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song. Because it sounds like a lullaby, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know, it's like a song, plug for the show, vibe. It's a vibe that kind of puts you in, like, whatever space you need to get into. And if you really listen to the words of the song, it's like a love story.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Jill Scott.
Yes.
I was listening to that this week. And for some reason, I don't even know how, I just, like, random artists pop in my head. But I've also been listening to Esperanza Spalding, Radio Music Society. Mm-hmm. So I was actually just listening to that on my way here to the recording, and then for the past week, I've been listening to that because I like jazz.
Yeah.
And it's just like, again, it's a vibe. I'm like always in a place of peace. Like, I tell my best friend, like, all the time I do not want to listen to trap music, even though I am a trap star.
You gotta have balance.
You do. You have to have balance, and I need, like, peace at times and just, like, a great, nice, smooth vibe. And so that's when I listen to, like, Jill Scott and Esperanza Spalding, and I have, like, these moments where I just need, like, real good music. So that's what I've been listening to this week. What y'all been listening to?
Ooh. Okay, so, like, I don't know. I've been making different playlists and stuff. So, I guess, like, this one artist I've been listening to a lot lately, his name is, like, it's KSR, but it has, like, parentheses on it, and he's, like, from the UK. And he got, like, a few songs that I like. One of them being, like, what is it called?
Does he have a parentheses on each letter of his name?
No, it's, like, parentheses.
The brackets.
Yeah, the brackets.
Okay.
KSR. And he's from the UK, and he's, like, very, like, underrated and stuff. And New Love, like, that's one I really like.
I gotta add this to my playlist.
Yeah, and Clothes. Yeah, I could send this to you, too.
Please do.
And let's see, what else I've been listening to. Okay, so at first I didn't like this song, but it grew on me because of Lauren. That Mood song by Doja Cat.
Mood.
You ever heard of that song?
No, what the fuck?
You gotta watch the video. It's a song she wrote about being a cow. It's a joke, but it's smooth as hell.
It's a real life song.
I hated that song at
I'm
first.
not listening to that shit.
But it's a jam. Eventually, it kind of got like a little catchy.
McDonald.
No, I already saw that video, and then I'm like, no.
It's a bop. Okay.
I used to be so
course
mad.
It's a bop.
I used to be so mad because Lauren would be like, "This song, Mama." I was like, "Oh, it's just cool. It's cool." But then I was listening to it last night. I was like, it's not that bad. It's starting to get catchy.
No, I'm good.
I like skating to it while I'm elevated. So
I'm
it's like,
I'm so sick.
It's really amazing.
I love this.
Try it.
More elevated. Of course, it would be a fucking bop when you elevated and you skating and you like, move,
yes, I be
move.
feeling like
what?
I be feeling like a cow on wheels. Like, move. It's beautiful.
You said a cow on wheels.
Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Don't tip the cow.
Cow on wheels. All right.
What you been listening to?
A beautiful
Lauren?
cow on wheels.
Lauren?
So I really, really love. I've been downloading a lot of the new music, so I haven't really been that into projects versus like discovering artists. But I'm really loving Earth Gang right now.
Ooh, yes.
John Doe. I really like her album.
Okay. I think I listened to that.
You said what?
I think I listened to John Doe.
It was really cool to me. I liked it. I saw her at she did something on top the Virgin Hotel's rooftop. I went to see her. I thought it was an album release party, but she really sang for like 15 minutes and then dipped. And I was like, why did I come here? But no, I enjoy her album though. And then I've been really getting into Kyle Dion and Hiatus Coyote. I really love that album.
Yes.
I'm gonna need y'all to send me half of this stuff. I feel like I'm so late with discovering new artists.
Do you have Apple Music?
You know, some of these songs are old.
Join your friends. That's what puts me on.
I follow her, so I still always Deja's music.
Yeah, go. I'll be rating my friends' playlists.
Vibing for real shit. So I still like her playlist and download them.
Yeah, I just really like that jazzy type of feeling, that R&B. I got my balance with the trap and stuff, but I only got a certain amount of it because I don't be wanting to listen to it so much because you start to have that stuff in your head,
and that's what I'm saying. I can only listen to so much trap in a week. I want to shoot somebody, pop. fuck some hoes. Like, I can only do that once a week.
Yeah,
like,
I'm about to say it cannot be every day.
That's not my
like,
frequency.
No, that's not my frequency.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill some niggas. Like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, and I've been trying to like separate some of my music by moods and stuff. So depending on like what mood, then I'll just like have a playlist and it'll just like sound good all together without me having to skip through so many songs. Cause I do that too. Cause like my overall like playlist has so many different like types of music. Got like some Spanish music on there. Stuff.
See,
like,
I gotta
some
make a new
reggae.
playlist so that I do understand that. Because I'm like going in between my same two playlists and I'm like, okay.
I just started like trying to make them different and stuff so I can have different vibes.
I get that. So, all right. That's it for I Discover. Any other artists y'all been listening to? Y'all want to plug? No.
Oh my gosh, Janae Harry. I love her. You know what? I would just say the Colors Studios, they have a YouTube and they bring like all of these artists on to like just do their performances, just literally a microphone in an empty room.
Mm-hmm.
And like the performances are so good. I found so many new artists on there. I would recommend that. Their YouTube channel or their Instagram. You can find them. But that's how I find a lot of new people too.
I've been put on. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I watch some of their videos, but not a lot.
All right, y'all, we're going to move on to the topic of the week, which I'm excited to talk about. So this week's topic is, I tried to shorten it, but it's Black women, and that's what it was, the silent dislike that we have for each other. Because it's a real thing. It exists. I don't know how I came up with this. I don't know if I was watching. No. Okay, so I went out to my best friend's husband's birthday party, right? Shout out to her husband. And I'm like trying to go and introduce myself to his other friends, and then they just start staring at me. Like as soon as I walked in the door, I'm like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Just nothing, blank face, not a hi, not anything. So I just kept walking. I'm like, I don't even know y'all, but I'm not like trying to force myself to be friendly. But is it not appropriate to speak? Because we're all here to celebrate this one person. So I think that's where it came from. But that's what we're talking about. My first question or point is, what is that silence about? Like, what are we doing as Black women? We're all Black women here. Erica's not a Black woman. But we have that. And I don't want to lie and say I've never done that myself. But can y'all, like, address what is that silence about? Like, what are we doing at that time?
I would say, like, analyzing. I think that, like, how can I shorten this? I think that, like, in short, this comes from, like, the generation of our parents, how they were raised. Because, you know, womanhood and, like, and competition and, like, being women in general and being little girls, they were raised under different principles. And I feel like it was way more competitive. Like, you need to be better than her. You need to be prettier than her. You need to do this in order to get this man or in order to get this position. And I think that because that was the generation we were raised under, that those initial moments sometimes are literally just like us arming ourselves. Like, okay, this is this person. What's wrong? What can I find wrong about it? You know what I mean? And I think that's a cycle that will eventually be broken because I think we're in a way different time period now. Yeah. But I think that's what that is a lot of the time, especially in like, it's worse, I think, when you're penetrating groups as opposed to just one person.
That was well said.
It was. I'm over here deep. That's some deep shit.
But it's so true.
I definitely agree with that because my initial thought from that moment, and then yesterday I was just thinking about like any other moment that I've had with other Black women where I can walk into a room or I can be the friendly person who's trying to just like get along with everyone. But there's always those times and I just start thinking, I'm like, what is this about? And it is about analyzing that other person to see if you meet their standards, if you feel less than. It's an issue of self-esteem. That's the main thing that I think about. Whenever us as like young Black women walk into a room with other Black women, instead of, and this could be an assumption, but instead of being immediately or instantly happy to be in a room with other black women, our first instinct is to start judging each other. Like, we walk in there and it's like, her outfit ugly, her hair ugly, like, everything's just ugly. Like, who the fuck she thinks she is? And then you're in there with the fake smile and everything else. Because there's no genuineness about it, or is it genuity about being in that situation. So I just want to know, like, what is this silence about, like, that judgmental silence? I know what it is, but why do you keep doing it?
Yeah, and
if I walk into a room and I spoke to you, I didn't say anything else, there's no silence. Like, as adults, I would expect us to be more progressive because we know these things.
Especially as adults.
Yeah.
And I feel like it goes so much deeper than even just beyond, like, socially too, like in jobs and stuff, especially if you work primarily with white people and stuff. So it's like, oh, like, you know, another black woman's coming in, like, you know, you looking at her to see, I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff. Even, I don't know, it's just, I feel like in every type of field there's some type of competitiveness. It doesn't have to be, though. It really doesn't, because I feel like you really should just be competing with yourself, and that's where I'm at right now. Like, I really don't see nobody else as, like, competition for anything. I'm just really just trying to be better than what I was previously and stuff like that, which is what everybody should strive to do. But, you know, it's just unfortunate that, you know, we grow up with these certain standards and stuff that, you know, kind of hinders us from going that route.
Yeah.
That's like kind of jumping back to, I guess it would be corporate America. Imagine being like one of the few black women in corporate America, and then you see another black woman in a different position of power, because I've been at this point already. And the first thing you think is, I wonder how she got this position. Not, oh, she could have just earned her position and worked her way up the ladder, but you start judging. It's like, well, we're the same age. How did she get this position? Bitch, maybe she worked for it.
Yeah.
Like, that simple.
And then that, I feel like instead of, like, you know, thinking that way, if you just kind of shifted your mindset to, like, try to, you know, maybe talk to her and see how she got to, and maybe, like, take, you know, get some advice or something.
Have
like
a conversation. It's that simple.
It's that simple. Just to, you know, just have a conversation. It doesn't have to be like, oh, how'd she get this? Like, if you, you know, one day desire to be in that type of position and stuff, go to the person and see how she got there, and see, you know, what things can you incorporate into your work ethics that'll help you to, you know, accomplish your goals.
Another thing, kind of speaking about goals and accomplishments, this kind of ties into it, but I also noticed that I don't want to say us as all black women, but a lot of us have problems with giving each other compliments.
Ooh, I love giving people compliments.
Yeah, me too. Like, I don't have no issue like, oh, she is beautiful, your hair is cute, like anything. But I still notice that a lot of black women have issues with giving compliments. Because I don't know what age group it is, because I feel like it's all age groups of black women. But I've been in situations where I can sit in a room or be at a party or an event and tell this young girl, hey, your outfit that shit is together.
Okay.
Like, you look good. Where you get your clothes from? Because I want to dress like that. Be it. But then you'll have somebody else on the other side of the room just looking at her up and down.
Yeah.
Like, whose bitch think she is?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to deny the fact that she looks good. You don't have to know somebody to give them a compliment.
Yeah, and I feel like that comes with, like, self-love or something. Like, if you truly love yourself and stuff, you wouldn't have no problem with giving another woman a compliment and stuff. Yeah. Because especially if they deserve it, like, you know, you never know, that compliment probably, like, you know, brighten up somebody's day or something.
It could be the highlight of somebody's day, just because you say your hair is really cute. Something that simple. And somebody could go the entire day and be like, oh, my hair is cute.
Yeah. And with that, and sometimes, though, I feel like with that, some women don't know how to receive compliments, too. Like, I know I'm a victim of this, or I used to do this or whatever, but like when people are like, oh, like you look nice today, or like, oh, you beautiful, I'm like, oh, I look a hot mess, like, oh, my hair ain't done, like, you know, I just start like complaining about myself, and now I don't do that. So if I do, you know, feel like some type of way, like, oh, okay, but I'm just gonna take it as a compliment. I'm like, obviously, you know, from this person's perspective, I look like this, so I'm gonna say thank you.
I'm agreeing with you because I've definitely done that to myself. Like, I don't know. I feel like we know ourselves better than anyone else knows us. So it's kind of difficult at times if you feel like you look a mess. If I leave out of the house and I'm like, I'm halfway together, like just halfway, because I don't feel like it, and I'll go outside thinking I look raggedy, and somebody else is like, you're beautiful. And I'm like, where? How? Where? Do you see my hair? Do you see? But it's that thing. We keep pointing out these things like that are our flaws or which we think make us imperfect, but those are the things that make us imperfectly perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Your flaws make you beautiful. Mm-hmm. So while we're like so busy judging ourselves, like
and trying to change it,
it's like just accept the fact that you are beautiful. You don't have to look like the industry or societal standard of what beauty is to be deemed beautiful.
Yeah, because of that,
I think images,
the extent of what women do to look like these images and stuff.
Yeah, this is also like, so while women, I feel like are moving into a more empowered and like a more just generally harmonious like being. I think that the struggles that we're facing is like this image that's being pushed on people, especially Black women, because like I feel like the image is like the erasure of kind of like the erasure or the ambiguity of what we consider to what defines us as Black. You know what I mean? Or either like the erasure of it, or like the exaggeration of it with like these super, cartoonish plastic surgery bodies, or like
that whole thing there scares me for this generation coming up, because they feel like, especially as Black women, the fact that you're altering your body so much you're not even thinking about your health, like that goes out the window because you want to look like an image that is portrayed on TV or on the internet. That scares me for them. Because it's like, do y'all also understand that all of y'all gonna look like each other?
Yeah.
Like,
they already do. And it's like,
I can't tell them apart. I had to like unfollow the shade room literally because like I feel like everything, just for a while, I have to do this sometimes. Like I feel like every image, every model, like they're all the same person. I literally cannot. Like I can't take it sometimes.
That's a whole different topic right there in itself. Sure. So just going back to like Black women and that silent dislike that we have for each other, how do we like start to address the issue with each other about like the concern for that silent dislike? Do you have ideas of like how do we start to address it? Because it's always going to be there.
I think the biggest issue that we have with that, and not to like call anybody out specifically, but when I think of like who's perpetuating that, the type of people who are going to push that on into generation to generation, I feel like it's the type of girl who's like, I don't have female friends, they be petty, all I have is male friends. If we can target that source and try to get those people to kind of change their mindset, because that's not like literal, just like a fierce mindset that I feel like they put on themselves. Because I don't know these type of like super petty, like super hating ass women. I don't know these people.
I have not been in that type of circle, that type of environment, maybe since like college, because like I've been trying to surround myself with people who are more like-minded and stuff, and like some of the events that I go to, a lot of people will come up to me and compliment me, and vice versa. I will compliment them. Especially like these art events and stuff, like, and because I'm an artist too, I give other artists like props for that work, and I be like gassing them up. I'm like, dang, that's raw. Like, and it's just so funny because I feel like we kind of got like a little art clique, and like all on social media and stuff. And when we do like some of the same shows, we all just like, oh my god, this is a new piece. Like this is raw. Like, we always like pumping each other up for stuff. So like, I'm not like I can't say I can't relate to that like right now. But, like, if I did, like, enter a room and, people felt some type of way or whatever, I kind of, like, don't even see it almost because, like, I'm so, like, in love with myself, basically, and the stuff that I'm doing. Like, I really don't pay attention to, like, that negative stuff. And if I say hi and nobody else like says hi back, then I just have to, internalize that that's something on their part that they have to deal with, and not me, because like I'm not gonna let that like get a reaction out of me like, oh, they ain't say hi and stuff, like, ooh, like whatever. Like, no, that's just something they got to deal with. I don't have to deal with that. I'm happy right now. Like, you in some type of mood or whatever, and that's just something you just got to deal with until you get to your path or whatever your life journey is.
I'm kind of piggybacking off of you, Deja, because I thought I was the only person. When I see this stuff on the internet and it's like girls saying, I don't have female friends. First off, I hate the word female. I hate that word. Like we're animals.
Mm-hmm.
But when girls say that, and then they start talking about all the reasons why, and I'm like, am I the only person who does not know like this exists? Because sometimes I feel like I live in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Like the regular things, that all the drama that goes on outside with friends and all that stuff. I'm like, I've never had that. I've never been in that situation. So I feel like, or some of it for me, I never had that issue. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I do feel like I'm living in a bubble. But to address this issue, I feel like Black women have to start with themselves and address the deep, dark issues that you have with yourselves before you can try to before you can try to mend friendships and do anything else outside of yourself. You have to start with yourself, because that's the base and the root of a lot of the issues. It's like, I don't like myself for these reasons, because society has said I have to look like this, or familial issues that have been passed down from generation to generation, and then it's on me, or me being teased, or childhood trauma, whatever. We got to address these issues with ourselves first. So I can't go out here and be like, let me address this silent judgment that I have for this other woman that I never met, because I just feel like she ain't shit. I don't know her.
And to specifically, like, address it, too, like, that comes with, you need to learn how to forgive. Like, forgive others, forgive yourself. And that also helps with addressing, like, the issue, because forgiveness is for yourself. It's not, like, for anybody else. So that's healing if you learn how to forgive others. So that's just, it takes time. It's not like a one-night thing, but definitely just working on forgiveness.
That is a big thing that I think a lot of us, that takes, I don't want to say it takes the longest, but it's the hardest lesson to learn, because people skip that step, and then they think that, because, I love myself now, and then all of this stuff, it's like you skipped forgiving people, or you skipped forgiving yourself because you thought it was your fault all these years. Yeah. So, we getting deep as fuck.
I know.
I feel like a young Van Zandt at this table. I feel like I'm at work. Real life. But that's the gist of the topic of the week for Black women and the silent dislike that we have each other. I really do want more of us young Black women addressing this issue, because imagine what would happen if all of us address this issue and people with their own businesses. Imagine what that would be like to have support from all Black people, and it's not based on that dislike. The reason they don't have a reason. It's like I've addressed that. Yeah. So, that's it for topic of the week. Deja, Lauren, I have a question to ask y'all.
Yes.
Can you please stick your head in my box?
The whole thing. Right here, you didn't even take me out to dinner yet.
Take me out to dinner.
Right, take me out to dinner.
This is in my box. I don't want to tell y'all what it was called at first. This segment is called In My Box. So y'all got to choose 2 questions. Y'all don't throw it back in there. You got to answer the question.
Okay. I get 2 of them.
Yeah, take 2. Y'all probably got the easy questions. I don't like this.
I stirred it up a little. I tried to.
Answer the 2 questions. If y'all don't answer it, then you got to cash out me $50.
Ooh, wow. Okay, I guess I'm answering truthfully.
First.
Okay, what's the name of the person who hates on you the most?
Man, I try to take that out of there.
Oh, you want me to do another one?
No, you got to answer it. We need names and everything.
I don't know who hates on me the most.
It's okay.
I really don't. I've been getting a lot of support and stuff from people. And like I mentioned before, like if anybody was like hating and stuff, like I would like ignore it. So, anybody blatantly like saying anything to my face, like I don't know, but you know who you are, and shout out to y'all.
That's what I my answer was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like a pretty positive person.
Mm-hmm.
And so I might have a huge hater. I wouldn't fucking know.
And I'm with right. You don't acknowledge it.
Yeah. So,
don't make me know.
Truthful answer. All right. What's your next question?
Oh, okay.
So I'm cheating.
What? Okay, so what's the hoodest shit you ever done?
Man.
Well, you want me to pick another one?
Yeah, you pick another one. I'm like, these are the same ones I have for my
Okay.
self. I forgot to take those.
Who's the last person that slid into your DM?
We need names.
Yeah. Make sure you spell out the at. Phonetic.
I really don't know.
Yes, you do.
Go check.
You can't say you don't know if you got your name.
And don't use me if it's me.
We need names.
Like that? Okay, that slid in the DMs, or are you talking about like mentions and stuff?
Slid up in there. They're trying to slide up at you. Like, who is it? We need names.
Okay, what? I don't know this person's name though, but
what's their name on social
oh
media?
my god, it's so awkward. I don't want to do that.
What's his ad? What is it called? What's his mention?
I'm just gonna say like
Go to his whatchamacallit
No,
and
we
then
don't
she have
wanna-
his name under it.
No, I don't want to.
What's the name?
Like, can I like quick pay you in like installments?
Yeah, you can. You can quick pay me in installment. I would like my $50.
No, but somebody asked me for my number.
Did you give it to him?
No.
But what's his name though?
So like this person, like I met this person once before at a
She gonna change the story.
Like, what?
at an art event where I was live painting at, and yeah, I don't know, it was like a quick interaction, but he followed me and stuff, and then he just messaged me yesterday like, I have something to tell you, and I was like, oh, like, you know, what's up? And then he was like, you're as sexy as ever, and I'm like, oh. First of all, I don't like being called sexy. I mean, if you my man, but you're not my man. Like, so initially coming off as calling me sexy, I'm thinking automatically, one, you want to have sex with me, and I don't want to have sex with you. So,
what's his name though?
so then,
She's like, all these details. I just want the name.
What? He's an
and
artist
then,
from
so
Chicago.
I said thank you, and then he said, can I have your number? And I just thought it was like a weird interaction, so I just didn't respond to it, and I just left it on red. I leave a lot of people on red.
So you gonna do $25 a week, or
Yeah, thanks. You got my number. Just cash
I do like $1 a week.
for
the year?
For the next 6 months.
What?
But you would get your money.
That's cool. I'll accept that. As long as you pay me my $50 more.
you need that compound interest.
No, I really don't know this person. His name is like, I am humble or something.
I am humble. Is it humble?
His girlfriend for the bees ass.
I am humble on IG. Check him in. Right. Lauren?
So my first question is, what have you surprisingly never tried? What's the demographic of your audience here?
All the people.
The grown people or the baby people?
We are grown.
Okay, cool. So I'm only bringing this up because we had a full-blown discussion about it yesterday. We did a Secret Santa and we were playing like drinking games and whatnot. But I've never tried sex in the back of a car. I didn't even realize that was an option. I'm very tall. For listeners, I'm 5'9". So yeah, I don't find it appealing.
You get cramps.
That's what I think.
But okay, so no, like
you get cramps. Deja,
car sex.
How big was the car you were in?
First of all, the car was
said.
small. It wasn't even a regular size. It was small. It was a 04 Volkswagen Passat. 04. Oh yeah,
My
04.
nigga,
So,
how?
and I'm tall too. I'm also 5'9". But like over the time, you know.
Apparently, if you do it in the back seat,
you push both
the
seats
up
forward, like as far as they could go forward.
I didn't think.
And you have like a whole like hotel space in the back seat.
I thought to leave this.
Why?
My mind was blown. I was just like, wow.
Like, it's like so many different like positions.
It's like a hotel.
It is like if you push everything in the front, you put all your little crap from the back in the front seat and push it all the way up. Like it's so much leg room.
How many times have you done this?
Enough to know what I'm doing. Like if I wanted to get it in the car, I would get it in the car.
Okay, now I gotta rethink this whole thing. I gotta stop saying that it's
I was doing
you
it
gotta
wrong.
be strategic, you know, kind of like, you know.
Takes too long, I'm over it.
But what? But you know, you get it in. You get it.
In the back of a car, y'all. There you have it. Remember to push the 2 front seats all the way up.
Right.
I can only imagine right now how much fucking space you have.
You will have so much
Yeah.
space. You probably find some coins
My
down
mind
there
is
too.
blown right now.
You might find a couple quarters for like the toll.
I know in my car I would.
Yeah, probably.
Some lip gloss that I fucking
Yeah,
lost.
some lip gloss. Like,
Girl.
why you having an orgasm? Like, that's just perfect.
There's my bubblicious lip.
Basically, yes. Oh my God.
Okay. Mind blown. Laura, what's your next question?
My last question is, have you ever slept with one of your friends' boyfriends or girlfriends? And that's a
You
juicy
just got this question yesterday, too.
Yeah, that's
What
a
is
juicy question.
happening?
But the answer is no. I've never ever.
You're a good person.
Yeah. Literally, like, if I even have a crush on somebody and then I see that they're in a relationship, I just feel my attraction leave my body. I just be like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Dead. Super duper dead.
Facts.
I'm gonna reach into my own box because I can play in my box if I want to.
Yeah, it's yours.
Hey.
It's my box and I can play if I want to. All right, y'all. I'm gonna participate in answer questions.
Yes.
Why would I get this? I'm not
Give us
making this
$50.
question.
Right, yeah, $50.
I'm taking y'all shit. I answer
right.
all my questions. How many of your exes would you let hit?
Oh, I'm glad you got that.
Right.
Why would I get this question? I have so many. I can't keep count. Currently, maybe like 2.
Okay. That seems fair.
1, I'll say their names.
Recycle, you know?
Oh, fuck. I put this back in here. Scooby. You know him as Scooby. He already knows this. We have this
I was going to say,
conversation.
Scooby, if you're listening.
He might be. Hey, he's a Sigma. He lives in Washington.
Ooh.
Hey, baby daddy.
Yeah.
And I can't say him because he's married.
Oh, never mind.
So we're gonna. Yep. So that's the end of that.
All right.
Right, we're
Good
told
talk.
I should at least get $50 for that.
No,
For
I'm
25.
not gonna be out
You ain't
here
answer
ruining
the
marriages and
next,
stuff.
but she wanted me to.
You can
put
write it
somebody
down
else.
for us so we
That
can
might-
look at it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's married.
yeah.
So that would be disrespectful.
Next
Much
question.
peace to their marriage.
Yeah.
Success and
He's
love.
newly married. What's the pettiest thing you've done to get back at someone?
Ooh.
I said this on the show before. I'm not really truly a petty person.
That's good.
Other people call me petty. Eric, you looking suspicious over there. I'm not petty. Like, to get back at, I don't know. I truly don't know. Because, like, all the petty stuff that other people do, I'm not going to do it.
Mm.
Not because, like, I don't have it in me. Because I'm a motherfucking beast. But I don't like that whole tit for tat thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've done some petty stuff I really can't think of, like, because it's not going to be something major.
Super intentional, yeah.
So I truly don't know. Yeah, that's it.
Get another question.
Yes. I'm not a petty person.
I want a juicy answer.
Who the fuck wrote these? Me. Name a moment when you went overboard to impress someone.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, let me tell y'all. I had liked this boy, right? And I went overboard. First off, I hate wearing heels. I absolutely hate wearing heels because they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I've only had maybe 2-3 pair of heels in my life that were comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate wearing heels.
Some chunky heels, girl.
I know, I have some now.
Okay.
But even then, I just can't for the whole day.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
Jesus Christ, let me sit down. I had on, like, a pump. I don't mind, like, getting dressed up and stuff, but I think that was, like, overboard for me. Like, to get super dressed up, go out on a date. I paid for the whole date.
Oh.
Because I was trying to be, like,
Did you tell me
fair. I don't know. I've told you so much
Was
stuff.
this your first
Bar
date?
Louie?
No, it wasn't our first date, but I like really liked him, and I feel like he wasn't like giving me the same amount of attention.
yeah.
So got all dressed up, paid for the whole date only because he paid for every date that we've been on.
Yeah.
He paid for everything. So I was like, I got this, I got the whole date, and then I think I was gonna give him some ass too. He flaked out. Like when his best friend or somebody called, he was like, "I gotta call you later," and I was like, "My nigga."
What?
Like, I went overboard. This dinner cost us like $100.
And he just
cheap
left?
as fuck.
Whoa.
Yeah, like, we finished dinner, and I wanted us to go somewhere else. He got a call from his best friends, like, I'm about to go. And I was like, fuck you.
Damn,
His
his
loss.
loss.
Ain't even put out, right?
His loss.
Fuck you in your couch. And I think the same
And your
dude,
couch.
I liked him so much, but he, like, kind of disappeared. And I, like, disappeared into thin fucking hair. I don't know if he was a ghost or just dust. I don't know. But I would call and text. I don't reach out to anybody that often, especially if I'm, like, in the beginning stages of dating you.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, like, calling and texting him. I was almost like one of those girls.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know.
What was it about him?
I don't know. I just really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
We, like, connected over a lot of the same stuff, and he just had this chill vibe the whole time.
Yeah.
But then I found out his best friend, who was a girl, she didn't like me at all, so she started putting stuff in his head. And to find out she was actually in love with him.
That's I'm sure.
I then told him this from the first moment I met her. It was so obvious. And he was like, nah, that's my homie right there.
I hate that.
Right. I'm like, my nigga, she doesn't think that. She's in love with you. Like, I could look at her and tell. So I think that's why he disappeared. I found out. I was like,
yeah, they probably married,
fuck
low
you.
key.
Low key. I don't know where he. I tried to stalk him on social media. I don't even think he has social media. And I'm not even stalking you on social media type. Anywho, I actually played one of his songs. He's an artist and he makes really good music. I think I played one of his songs like last season.
I don't know. What's
Yeah, I want to know the song.
Xavier. And this is like down when I was living in Jackson.
He rap? He sing?
He raps.
Okay.
I can't even think of his actual last name. I forgot. Shout out to him and his wife.
Right.
All right, y'all. That's it for In My Box. Before we get to the shout outs of the week, Deja and Lawrence going to give us a little info on their joint business venture. So tell us a little bit about Unladylike. Let the people know what's going on.
Okay, so I did want to plug Unladylike. So this is just a new business venture that me and Lauren decided to do together. First of all, me and Lauren has a lot of stuff in common. One being psychology, so we be having like these in-depth like conversations, but we want to like, but like the whole unladylike, the name, just unladylike. When you think about the definition of ladylike and stuff, it's just so I don't even know what is the definition
of a ladylike
of ladylike of like what is the definition of it, but we just wanted something where we can kind of like redefine like our own terms of what being a woman is, and just doing stuff where like men doesn't have like a say in what we do as women and stuff, because that's like when people are like, oh, that's not ladylike of you to do that or this or whatever, like whose terms is it really on and stuff, like ladylike for who, like who am I trying to impress? Mm-hmm. Oh, trying to find a man, getting a husband, doing this, like the competitiveness with other women and stuff like that. So it's just like, why do all that? Just be your best self type of thing. So that's my take on it, on what I think like unladylike means for me. So I don't know if like Lauren has something different for what it means for her.
I think the exact same thing, but like I guess like the very first thing that I think of is just like shattering the idea of like respectability politics, you know what I mean? Of saying this person is worthy of being respected if this, or this person is worthy of being respected because of that, as opposed to just respecting everyone, period. And like, I think about a post that I saw from one of my friends who talked about like how feminism has become like, even feminism is elitist sometimes, because like, they say, oh, look at women, like, look at black women, they're the most educated and like, they own these businesses. But it's also like, okay, what about, Keisha on the block? Like, she deserves respect too. Your auntie, your great auntie, the crackhead on the corner, she deserves respect too. Like, I think it's just about respecting everybody and letting everybody just live in their lane. You know what I mean? And all of them can be great and respected the same.
I love the concept of that, because that kind of, not trying to talk about myself, but that describes me. Like, I consider myself as not fitting in a box.
Yeah,
I don't
me too.
do things that might be ladylike. Like I can do the same things that a man can do. I can do what this woman is doing, and it's not about like trying to pit one person against the next, or it's not about sexuality or anything like that. It's about what makes me comfortable.
Exactly.
And that's my comfort. Like doing any and a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, but tell us like what is the business, and what made y'all partner up?
Okay, so we do all of this through art events. So for right now, I'm just saying for right now, this is what we're getting started with. We have been doing like paint and sips. So we also did like 2 days ago like a paint puff and pass for those who are 420 friendly and stuff.
Okay.
And we'll be doing more of those coming up in January and so forth. But also, like, there'll be, like, other type of events that we'll be looking to throw as well. I don't want to, like, go into details about what those events are, but it does include tea.
Tea. All right. I'll be there.
But, the other question, you said how we got together.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So this is the most random story. Deja and I went to high school together. I was 2 years ahead of you, right?
I think so.
I graduated in 2009.
Yeah.
So we went to high school together, but we never...
Your shit up so... Oh, Jesus. What? Okay, keep going.
You just more experienced, that's all. we went to high school and we never really talked to each other. We didn't know each other. And then in 2016... we both ended up in Madrid because we spent the year teaching English in Spain. And we met through, like, this other girl who we randomly met who was also from Chicago.
Oh, my God.
And, like, we all just reunited there. And I had just started, like, painting at the time. And, Deja, you were, like, sketching a lot.
Yeah, I was doing a lot
So
of
she
sketching.
would come over. We would buy, like, in Spain, wine is, like, €1.
So cheap.
50 cents or something. So we would just buy some wine and paint and draw.
And we used to watch Ratchet TV.
Yeah, we would watch like
Ratchet TV in Spain?
Well, no,
we
had
online.
to do like the legal website, but that was like our weekly dose of like ratchetness from the States because of course
we were kind of disconnected.
Yeah, we were. So we was like, okay, well at least we'll just have this night to like make fun of stuff or whatever. Like every day we really don't watch like stuff like that, but in Spain it was like a way for us to bond.
This is like so random, but I met you through like the photo shoot we did. And just seeing y'all like bond, I swear I thought y'all was friends forever.
Really?
Like legit.
And then also
another fun
fact.
What?
Another fun fact, we are both Virgos.
Yeah. So,
That's what it is.
It's the energy.
Yeah. That. And we're also roommates. It's like we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And like we was doing most of our art events we have done together. Like
actually my very first art event I was body painting and I was nervous because I had never done it before. I asked if Deja could do it with me, so we tag teamed an artist, and then every show after that we basically done together.
Oh, y'all are cute.
So this is like what I'm talking about, like with the women empowerment stuff. Like, so we always be gassing each other up and stuff like that. So that's what I'm like.
We need more people doing that.
Yeah,
like, first off, it's cute as fuck.
Yes. Cute.
I legit thought y'all were friends, like super close best friends for like years. Mind blown here. All right. See, all these girls out here talking about I don't have female friends. You need some.
And we have a son together. His name is Hunter.
Our son Hunter. We're co-parenting our kitty.
Oh, the away. Go away with the kitty. Okay. How can the people follow Unladylike? Do y'all have any social media pages?
Facebook is Unladylike Shy.
Yes, I believe.
That sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like IG at Unladylike Shy. You can follow us there to get more info on our next events and stuff. Because like I said, we will be having some in January and stuff. I actually, anybody who are artists out there and looking to get more experience, we do have an event coming up January 10th. And it's just a real small, intimate setting, but there'll be like a live model there for us to just sketch and draw. So bring your own drinks and your own drawing materials or whatever.
Or paint, like whatever you do. If you want to take pictures, all mediums are welcome. And it's only $5, so come through.
I gotta get that date from y'all. I'll be there. That's Unladylike. So thanks for plugging the business.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all welcome. We're not finished yet.
Okay.
We're going to get into the shout-outs of the week. First off, I have to tell y'all, this is the best tacos I've ever had.
Where? Give me a name right about to say because I've been looking for tacos.
Listen, it's called Antique Tacos. Have you ever been there? It's literally like 3 doors down from the Emporium Arcade and Bar on Milwaukee.
Oh.
Just look it up.
Oh,
Antique Tacos. When I tell you,
I
don't like that they only do single tacos.
Single tacos. They expensive too because that's
like $4 per
for one taco.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
They ain't not the real thing.
No, but let me tell you something.
You got to go to the segregated.
They put so much stuff on there that you get full from the one taco. But I got 2 because I'm a nigga.
Have you had velvet taco? Is it like that? Are they like Americanized tacos?
Yeah, it's an American taco, but I had shrimp tacos. I don't know if they put magic on it. It tastes so fucking good. The best tacos I've ever had in my entire life. I've had some great ass tacos, but y'all gotta try Antique Tacos. Shout out to them.
I'm on the menu right now.
They have, it's like a taco joint, but they also have drinks there, so you can like sit in, have your tacos. They make really good mixed drinks too. So everybody go there because I don't know what else to fuck tell y'all. I don't know what kind of sauce they gave me, but I put that shit on my taco and I was like, my god, I had shrimp tacos.
Can I shout out a food place?
Yeah,
we talking about food. Well, we about to go after this.
I'm gonna get a few other. Oh, I said Emporium Arcade and Bar. If y'all in Chicagoland area, go to Emporium. It's super fun. I went there, but you gotta go different ones. They have like different games. Because the one that we went to, they had some shitty games in there, but I still enjoyed myself. And they had music, and so they had the dance floor open. So we was getting it in there. Shout out to Emporium. Shout out to my friend Tonisha. I did miss your birthday because I was sick as fuck, but I'll take you out somewhere.
Yeah.
And then shout out to my friend Aaron. He had a comedy show here in Chicago as part of a film he's doing. In the film, it's called Baby Fever. I think the full feature film will be available on YouTube April 2019, so y'all stay on the lookout for that. And the comedy show went super well. Yeah. So y'all got some shout-outs?
Go ahead, did you?
Let's see. Well, I definitely want to shout out to my mama.
I love you, girl.
And my daddy. No, just the fam. Shout out to my best friend Jennifer. Thanks for helping out at our event on Friday because we definitely needed it. And yeah, shout out to everybody who's been, getting in tune with Unladylike.
Hello.
Get it too stupid. Alright, got some shout outs, Lauren?
I'm gonna just shout out the sun because I have been needing it so bad. Y'all don't understand. Like when it's gray like this, I can't move. So I would just like to thank the universe for giving me this sunlight and please continue. That is all.
Alright.
Oh, and I'm gonna shout out my cat Hunter.
Yeah,
my son.
real G.
Y'all
we'll be home soon. We'll get you some food, baby.
Right, I miss you.
Fucking sick of y'all shouting out a cat. What kind of show is this? All these bitches is my sons.
We gonna make him listen to it. Right. Our cat like to smoke with. Never mind.
Oh, he likes to get a little elevated.
Today I got the cat.
Never mind. Don't call. Ask out already.
They turning Hunter out early. Hunter like 1, and he already getting elevated.
He's only 4 months. He's a baby.
What kind of shit?
First of all, we're not literally giving it to him. He just likes to be around it when we do it.
It's medicine.
I'm reporting y'all to
I'm quite sure it's fine.
DCFS, Department for Cats and Family Services.
That's PETA, right?
I don't know. I'm reporting y'all ass.
But I'm going outie. We all changed our identity. I'm gonna spray paint him black.
Yeah. Black cat. Terrible. All right, y'all. That's it for shout outs. Moving into Fair Free. So this week's advice, I just want to tell people this. I found myself trying to do this week, but it is okay to say no. Mm-hmm. You don't always have to be there for everybody all of the time. Like, take care of yourself first, because if you are there for everybody else all of the time and they don't even have the capacity to show up for you, take care of yourself. it's okay to say no to the friend who has that important thing, because that friend, if that friend is a true friend, they know that you're going to be there next time.
Mm-hmm.
So say no, work on yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your health, and don't feel bad about putting you first. Like, that's it. It's that simple. It is okay to say no to somebody else. It's not deep. It's not as deep as you're making it out to be. It's not a life-altering situation. Say no, take care of yourself, and just try it again the next time. Y'all, that's it for Therapy. It's actually in the show, y'all. Thanks to Deja and Lauren for being on this episode. I think we had a really interesting conversation. Make sure y'all go and follow the podcast. We're on all the fucking shit. Subscribe to Vibes Podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Castbox, all the places. Tell your friends to tell their friends to listen to the podcast. Tell your grandma about it. She can listen to it. Tell your granddaddy to call me.
Sugar daddy.
Y'all, make sure you go and follow Vibes on Facebook and Twitter. It's Vibes Podcast. That's Vibes with a Z. And on IG, it's Ask Vibes, AskVibez. If you have questions, comments, anything, you can send it to askvibes@gmail.com. Or if you want to be on the show, shoot me an email. Deja and Laura, can you give your social media tags one more time?
Okay, so this is Deja again, and you can follow me at deja.jovan. So it's DEJA.JOV as in Victoria, like Victoria's Secrets, ON on IG.
And then you can follow me. I'm on Instagram and YouTube, 38KT Gold. My content is mostly art and travel stuff.
There y'all go. Thanks for tuning into the show. Next week we have Audrey Valentine. I'm for real this time, y'all, because we've been having her for like the last 2 weeks. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So next week we got Audrey on the show. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the song of the week. This is Jayla Darden with Idea 628, and I'll catch y'all next week on Vibes. So,
Bye.
Holding back.
friends.